save.
There we are.
Yeah! Lucky Bat, aw, I only want to watch it. You evening, boys. Merry 500th stream.
I was about to say that.
Has it only been 500?
I know.
Woo! Alright, let's paint some things! I want to use this brush. My Da Vinci Maestro. Now I'll use a good old Rosemary & Co. I'm going to also fix the camera. Did anybody hear about Games Workshop shutting down a Chinese recaster?
Ooh, I didn't.
I read a Spiky Bits article that was very pro recaster. Which, I mean, is fair, but recasting is illegal. I don't really care about recasting for Games Workshop stuff, although I've been on some of those recaster sites, and they also rip off other companies like Infinity and what's the anime one?
Kingdom Death?
Kingdom Death. And it's not cool to rip off the little guys. DT Nara, hey folks. Danzig Doom, howdy Jay and Nick, how's your horrendous night? Astro, hi. Andy Crimson, ahoy hoy everybody. Blackwater Clock. Sup, have y'all heard any news about squats? Yes, they're being canceled. Yeah, Games Workshop is no longer going to be pursuing squats as a 40k faction or a Necromunda faction.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Big news.
What is going on with this guy's legs? Because he's wearing some kind of a tight, form-fitting something. But where does it end and his hoof begin? I'm going to say... Ah, yeah. Okay, so that's where this side ends. Ooh, my wet palette could use a little. Could be a little wetter.
Spitting it.
Mm-hmm. Although the statement from the recaster was very interesting because they said that they're going to be finishing everybody's orders that are currently underway, and that they're selling off their master molds, which makes me think they're selling their master molds to themselves, and then just starting right up again. But like it's under the guy's brother's name or something.
Yeah. Weird. I feel like you wouldn't be able to do that. Like sell the master molds?
Yeah.
Or fulfill people's orders? So what's the point then? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean it's probably just Games Workshop going after recasters because they should. And like maybe they'll go after this one just so that legally they're defending their intellectual property actively. Right.
Do you think they're recasting like standard model car kits?
No, probably not. But I've definitely seen a lot of Kingdom Death stuff recast, and some of the Infinity stuff that's out of that they don't make anymore. Right. Or that they like Infinity is weird. They don't make all of the products all of the time. Same with Kingdom Death. Oh hey Pumpky. It's very rude. I'm working. What?
Yeah, jeez. I feel like they've been naughtier recently.
They have. It's the warm weather. It's naughty season. Andy Crimson just got my room cleaned up better than ever with an almost fully cleaned and dusted workstation. Nice.
Damn. Now you got to dirty it all up again.
Gareth Mays, hello, friends. Kick the Bandit, who have been informed that my 8 months, that the year and 8 months of overtime is over. I can possibly speak regular during the Patreon streams now. Nice.
Sweet.
And squats aren't canceled. It's suddenly going to be a limited run, and they'll make no more after the initial sale. Yeah, of course.
But they'll tease expansions.
We're still waiting on the full release of Curse City and its expansions, aren't we?
They know that they talked about the expansions again somewhat recently.
They did say when they released a made to order. They said that they will be bringing it back as a normal kit, and that there would be expansions. And once again, they're taking their sweet time. That's Travis Chase Fall. He says we don't need squats, and now they are dying. Monty, can squats be used with Imperial Guard? Probably not. It depends on how much of an Imperial faction they are, but it looks like they're not. Benos B, are you ever able to make a video on how you paint your Primaris Black Templar? There's probably about 3. There's one called Are Old Models Better Than Primaris? That one I just paint exactly my guys. I feel like there's more.
Yeah, go look at the painting playlist and just look for the Black Templars in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
You'll see them.
I also painted some Primaris Intercessors in oils on stream. Or Assault Intercessors. Using oils, but it's the same scheme. This guy's red.
Yes, very red.
RTRT, selling a company but not really can be done. I worked at a place that was having financial issues. They closed down, and a new company with a new name and same owners and the same property. Yep. Zach Agnew, any recommendations on a Black Templar kill team? You could do 6 Incursors, or 6 Assault Intercessors, or 6 regular Tactical Marines. It's 5 Heavy Intercessors, 10 Scouts. Might be 8 Scouts. Might be 10 Scouts. I don't remember. No Terminators. Just put that out there now.
That's our, it's our biggest question, I feel like.
I think it's been once a day since Kill Team came out.
Yeah. Can you bring Terminators, and when are the battle reports coming out?
Tomorrow. Both Terminators for Kill Team and battle reports are coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Us and Games Workshop, we're synchronizing. Yeah, they felt bad about not bringing us to Warhammer Fest, so they're giving us that little sneak preview.
Yeah.
They did say not to talk about it in some paperwork that we signed, but
Who even cares? Akina Kanones. So when Yobi buys the new kill team set, who gets the awesome new Phobos kill team?
Ah!
I do. Better goddamn believe it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the Traitor Guard.
Yep. AKA the worst kill team
Mm-hmm.
in that set.
Spiky Bits tried to eat my baby. Well, it at least sounds like they didn't succeed. Monty, Jay, do you think the squats will be ranged or melee focused or maybe an all-arounder like Space Marines? They're going to be all-arounder just like all the factions now. They're going to have some melee, they're going to have some ranged. I feel like the Tau are the only faction that's kind of stayed like true to the base idea. Like there's still, I mean, there's Kroot, but there's really no Tau melee. Steve, ready for Obi-Wan tomorrow? I'm sure they'll find a way to place the Mandalorian in there, even though it's the wrong time frame. Is it the wrong time frame? Mandalorian takes place... Do we know exactly when Mandalorian takes place? I mean, it's 3 years after... Oh, no, yeah, it's way the wrong time, because it takes place 3 years after... Or wait, does it take place 3 years after Boba Fett falls into the Sarlacc pit? After screaming like a little girl, and then the Sarlacc burps after eating him? So yeah, basically Obi-Wan's already dead. You know, I'm going to be optimistic because it's more fun, and also it's just Star Wars and it's for fun. But I'm going to say that the show's going to be fine. Something to do that 88. Did you just say tactical? Probably. I don't know. Claws Hammer 227 acrylic ink recommendations. I like Liquitex and I also like Dollar Rowney. Matthew Cheeseman, can I take my recast Warlord Titan to a Games Workshop Kill Team game? Yes.
Yep. That's the one thing that's allowed. Matthew Cheeseman, no Jay, no Star Wars.
Gregory Hall, more Legion. Ooh, I would love it if Legion got some of the TV show stuff. I would love Bad Batch for the Republic. I guess they could also be with the Rebels. Yeah, I would love it if the TV show stuff came to Legion. So I can know what is the win percentages between you and Nick when you two find time to play, that is. I'm on a losing streak, but I feel like usually it's pretty even.
Yeah. I would say so. I mean, don't even get us started with Sean, though. that's our real enemy.
Hack'em Slash, is it melee or melee? Oh, it's all small potatoes.
And tomatoes.
Mm-hmm. Alfine, hey fellas, I'm pretty new to painting, and so far I have mostly painted Star Wars Legion minis. I was wondering if you have any experience with those, and if so, what do you think of them? Cheers. Yeah, I've painted a lot of Star Wars Legion. I have a couple of videos. I have a video magnetizing a dewback. I have a video doing basing for a whole army. of Star Wars Rebels. I painted 2 Rebel ATRTs in the Army Painter Speed Paint video. Yeah, I got some, and there's a whole bunch of Star Wars Legion stuff in the VODs of these streams. Jason M, the vending machine video was fantastic. Please do more of that stuff. Street side cafes or something else pedestrian. Gregory Hall, what are your thoughts on the new Maul faction? I like it. I think it's neat. I like the pikes. I don't know if I like the feline as much, but they're still cool. Damn, what color should I paint his tight, I don't even know what you would call those. They're like partial leggings?
Orange.
Let me see if I can find this guy on the internet. This is Lilu.
Does it not show the legs on the
No,
card?
it's his upper torso.
Ow. Yeah.
Malifaux. Lilu.
Hack and Slash, should I buy the new Horus Heresy box set?
Do you
If
want to buy it? Yeah. Okay, so the artwork has all of his clothing black. So that's probably what I'll do. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like bondage gear. Okay, now it all kind of makes sense. Gamma Field, I was looking for Vostroyans and I found a Warhammer article where they printed them on demand for Christmas 2018. Perfect. JBCJ, does any of the Wild West Exodus line flim your flams? I haven't really looked at it. But I feel like Malifaux kind of scratches my Wild West itch. I'd probably just get some of those minis. You know what? I'm about to paint black. Maybe a little contrast. A little contrast paint.
Redeemer, school's out for summer, so I can watch your stream every night.
Woot woot!
Hot damn. I'm rebelling. I'm not allowed to do this. Did they say when the Horus Heresy box is supposed to come out?
I have no idea. I watched a really good Arbiter Ian video today where he talked about how to introduce like creativity into the game, because there are a set number 18 legions that all have specific heraldry and stuff, but there's a lot of interesting ways to do it.
Like adding orcs?
No, you can't add orcs, but you can have like if at the end of the heresy, a lot of the legions were broken up into chapters, and so, but a lot of that sort of stuff was kind of taking place before the end of the heresy, and so you can really, like, if you kind of like pick a specific spot, you can kind of do what you want, and be like, well, yeah, the first company who really loved artillery, they paint, they follow, they like go heavy on some of the artillery squad markings, and then eventually one day they become the whatever, the blood axes. That's what works. Something. Just, adjective verb. You know how most Space Marine chapters are.
Adjective verb.
Vijay5J, I listened to 2 live streams I missed while building models. So far this week, I did 66 bodies of a Drukari Raider, 2 Imperial Bastions, and Simple Terrain. Damn!
Mm-hmm. Insane.
Ooh, also, Angel Heraldez, he put out an amazing video of painting Horus, Forge World Horus, like better than any human has ever painted anything. Oh, it's so cool. It's like, I think it's like a 2 hours long, but I just set the video, I set the YouTube video to play at 2 times speed, and I just like had it playing in the corner. Oh, it was gorgeous. And you see every brushstroke. Amazing. // Horus Heresy comes out June 4, I believe. 2 weeks pre-order. That's what I've heard. Roddy J, have you ever been called your name plus your favorite 40k faction, for example, the Templar J? No, I've been called Eons a bunch.
Mm-hmm. And annoying.
Yeah.
What do you think Sean's doing right now?
Nothing.
Bruh.
I hope he's
That's
listening.
what he's doing. Sean, if you're here, please post in the chat. He's not here. I don't feel his presence. You can feel a Sean, you know?
I feel a presence I have not felt in a long time.
Flipping up dude at 88, choking his chicken? Probably.
Borzog, I'm a few minutes behind in the stream, but if you don't know, the low days Lilu is red because he lets the girl he comes with beat the hell out of him all day. So he's changed from blue to red. It's a brick red.
Yeah, the Jews, man. As your Horse Heresy invites were lost in the post, are you planning on going to Warhammer World?
Well, it's over now.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah.
That means no. There'd have to be a reason. You'd have to have some money.
Ooh, this stuff dries quick. The Games Workshop contrast.
Contrast.
Virginia 5, I did most of it in 2 days with 1 hour of sleep separating them, made my thumb, index, and middle fingers on both hands slightly raw, and cut my thumb using my blade the wrong way. Damn.
Damn. Jeez Louise. Sean. Well, if you care, this wrong Sean is weathering a custom chopped chimera.
Mm.
This Sean is not the real Sean. Will the real Sean please stand up?
This is not the Sean you are looking for. That's Obi-Wan said that, and his show comes out tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. It's so nice he got his own show.
Yeah.
He's been really looking to get his own show.
Mm-hmm. Good old Greg. I should change my name. Ben. It would have been really funny because the name is Obi-Wan. It would have been really fun if he went by Toby. Instead of Obi, he's Toby.
That would be pretty good.
Toby Wan Kenobi.
Completely different.
Mm-hmm. Darth Vader will never find me. A few miles away from his family's residence. But luckily, he never ever looked. I wonder who did everybody think Darth Vader was? Because they didn't know he was Anakin. Like, nobody knew that. So do they just think the Emperor looks like a scary monster now, and there's this weird tall guy who stands by him?
I don't know. Vlipno did at 88. I took work off. I took tomorrow off work so I can annoy my wife and paint. Plus, last day of school for my boy. You just follow her around the house while you paint? That's what I would do. Or you like paint a little bit and you keep showing her what you're doing?
You know, it might be a little fun. I think I might, because Lilu and the other one are kind of like mirrored a little bit. I think I'll put a little purple in his hair too. It's Lilu and Lilitu. And that way that'll kind of combine them. Hack'em slash. The contrast must have alcohol in it. I think it just has less medium in it. It might have a little alcohol in it. Wait. It smells kind of sweet. It kind of smells a little Windexy.
You're supposed to waft it. Someone didn't pay attention in science class. Matthew Cheeseman, if you change your mind, I have a hotel you chaps can stay at. It's about 100 miles away.
That's not bad. That's pretty close.
You know? That's almost like it's right there. I like to, you know. And what kind of hotel are we talking about? It's not like one of the like off the side of the road motels like we have over here.
I love that motel on the way to like Milwaukee, or like on the way to Wisconsin. That's just got hotel written on the roof.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It looks like it could be condemned.
Yeah.
And there's always cars there.
Yeah.
People are having fun. It is interesting. Matthew Cheeseman, it's okay. 3 stars, built in 1790. Damn. Flippin' Dude at 88. I missed the Mars Cheese Castle.
Ah, Mars cheese. It's a real castle now. I remember when it was just a purple building.
Yep. Classic. I've been there once. It's awesome. One of the best castles except for medieval times.
Mm-hmm. Alpine. Well, the Emperor claimed the damage was a Jedi attack, and for the thing about Vader, everyone was too afraid to ask. Ah, yes, because the Jedi are famous for turning people's faces into monster faces. Yeah, it never quite made sense that everybody turned on the Jedi instantly with basically no proof and no build-up to the Jedi. It turns out all of the Jedi were evil, but it's cool, guys, because before I told you all this, I killed all of them. And then everybody was like, "Yay!" And then Padme was like, "And this is how liberty dies," to thunderous applause. And that was the best of the three. There's some weird looking folks in Star Wars. Maybe everyone just assumed that's what all of Vader's species looks like. It was also kind of fun that Palpatine was ready to rock and roll with Darth Vader's suit. Like, it was in the closet. Because it could have been kind of cool if Darth Vader wasn't fully Darth Vader yet, and it kind of hints at Vader does stuff in the 19 years between the movies. But no, his entire suit was just ready to go.
It's pretty nice, honestly.
Yeah. We're gonna ramble. The Mars Cheese Castle had the greatest bar in it back in the day. It looked exactly like a 1970s basement. Ooh.
Oh, the castle.
Dante Wren, how would you feel if somebody made a war game of YouTubers also high? That sounds fun. Monty, is there an order 66 scenario for Star Wars Legion? No, but I mean, it's a war game. You can do whatever you want. That'd be a fun little scenario to make for yourself and your buddies. The Duke 07. It's also funny he cut corners to save money on the suit. Yes, if you read the Wikipedia article on on Vader's suit, there's like literally, I forget what part of his suit, but it's like, yeah, Vader can barely move, and this was a cost-saving measure.
I'm beginning to think that all this is made up.
Sean, I think you're wrong on Vader's suit. Which part? Lucky Bad. What if everybody was like, guys, he's disabled, don't stare. DTNR, wait, do you guys not have a Darth Vader suit in the wardrobe just in case? Sean, Vader's suit was a quick build. Emperor was gonna build a better one, but Vader declined. Well, yeah, that's what you write after you've written that Vader's suit was already done. But it doesn't look like a quick build. It looks properly put together with, shoulder armor that matches the helmet and a big old cape. So I guess if you want to buy into the new, recent, changed lore. What is the prequels too new? I also mostly go by movies because they're the only real thing.
Yes. That's a fact.
And Neil Pilot, the Emperor had to pay for the Death Star. He had to cut corners on Vader's cybernetics.
Not wrong.
Sean, books from the 80s. Yeah, in the 80s, I'm sure they had some really, really good stuff on Vader. But yeah, then episode 3 comes out. William Ramble. One of the things that bothered me about Rogue One was the ass-kicking Vader fan service. He was a crippled ruin, not an unstoppable badass. What? Did you see him fight Luke Skywalker? How is he a crippled ruin? I think Vader is a pretty powerful guy.
Now that's a hot take right there.
Charles Grinstaff, I heard there could be a theory that it was designed to limit him as a threat. That would be kind of fun. It's like, yeah, your arms can't lift up over your shoulders, just so that I can take you out if I need to. Alpine, if I remember correctly, Vader's suit was haphazardly thrown together and very cumbersome, which ended up being an advantage because he was in pain and pissed all the time. My memory could be failing me. I mean, I could believe that that's the story of it, but Vader's suit looks very put together. Like, I would say General Grievous looks kind of haphazard. I mean, you can, like, see his guts floating in test tubes in his stomach. But Vader looks like he was designed by an artist, like an art direction team, because he was. Matthew Cheeseman, the stormtroopers must be pissed off that Vader gets the parking spot nearest to the building. Marco Soto, what do you think of Turbo Dark paints, and have you ever thinned airbrush paint with acetone? Definitely never thinned airbrush paint with acetone. I don't know if Turbo Dork makes normal paints, but I'm not a big fan of Turbo Dork paints in general. I feel like the fancy shimmers and glitters and stuff doesn't really look good in small scale, or it doesn't translate to small scale. It looks more like it would be appropriate on like motorcycles or cars than on scale figures. Because it's like, oh yeah, the glitter on him is like big, like physically big glitter.
Right, because they can't really make it any smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Big Glitter's a good stripper name.
Big Glitter. And, center stage, we have Big Glitter.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
The Duke 07. Vader was a badass. He slaughtered all the Jedi. Yeah. He also, he fought Luke. He looked pretty good doing it. And he also fought Obi-Wan, although it's not the most amazing looking fight in the world, because it was an old man and a guy who couldn't see out of his costume. But there's a really cool, what's it called? Like scene 91 or something. Look up everybody after the stream, look up like Star Wars scene reimagined, and somebody made basically an animation of that scene between Obi-Wan fighting Darth Vader, and it's really cool. Oops. The Duke. The fan service, they just added the action to the actual shipboarding scene. I liked it. I mean, it's hard with fan service because doing anything is doing another Star Wars movie is fan service. But I think Darth Vader doing stuff is better fan service than, like, in Rogue One, when you see the thugs from the bar for a second. Like, you know, just seeing the thugs from the bar that mess with Luke is not cool. It's just a, hey, thing you know. Whereas, you know, Darth Vader doing Darth Vader stuff is pretty cool. Lucky Bat. My cousin had an asthmatic black cat called Vader. The name worked. He was very mean. DT Nara. Vader's a pretty powerful guy. He fights the Jedi and is not afraid of anything. I know what Darth Vader is afraid of. He's afraid of sand. Because it's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Imagine sand in the Darth Vader suit.
Oh, no.
It'd be like he's right back in getting melted by lava.
Yeah, not great.
The Duke 07. The Emperor was ready to dump Vader for Luke. Yeah, but I definitely don't think that Darth Vader was a lightweight. Sean, the Emperor could slap together a cool hot rod easy peasy, just saying, money and tech and robots. Yeah, like, it works, but if I get a pointlessly wish list, I think it would have been cool if Darth Vader didn't spring into the world completely built. If they had left a little something to be like, I bet something happens in that 19 years. Nick Harris, I imagine the Vader Obi-Wan fight is better in the theater of the mind. Yes, of course. Matthew Cheeseman, the Emperor really cut corners. How much do you think 2 Death Stars cost? And neither one they could stretch neither one they could stretch the budget for handrails. Even orcs have hazard stripes.
Very true.
Something to do that 88. The only time Vader actually did Vader stuff was at the end of Rogue One. True. I mean, he did fight Luke twice. That was Vader stuff. And Obi-Wan. He kind of just fights... Everybody just kind of fights Vader at the end of the movie. Charles Grandstaff, I am your father. Greatest retcon in history. That's true. That's true. Because Obi-Wan kind of says that your Darth Vader murdered your father, Luke. And was like, JK LOL. What I meant was... Diotinara, maybe that's what a standard issue third-degree burn suit looks like in the Star Wars hospitals. That would be really funny. They got a whole bunch of those Darth Vader suits.
I like it. I'm just gonna say that's true.
The Wizard MF. How about the Emperor just immediately thinking of the name Darth Vader? That is true. Right after he gets all burnt up and he chucks Mace Windu out the window. He's like, from now on, you will be known as Darth Vader. And then he puts his hood up to be all spooky.
Mm-hmm. I bet he was sitting on names for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's hard to improv a good name.
Yeah. From now henceforth, you shall be known as Sheev Jr. There's a really fun comic, Star Wars comic strip. What's it called? It's like the idea of these comics is they take a moment from Star Wars and then like the opposite happens. And one of them is like, what if Darth Vader turned good at the end of Empire? And And it's really cool. And then you see Darth Vader at the end of it. His armor's repainted white, and it's kind of cool. There's another one where Yoda decides to help out in Return of the Jedi, or it might have been in Empire, and Yoda gets aboard the first Death Star and then crashes the Death Star into Palpatine on Coruscant. Richard D. Lorenzo just started watching the channel. Thanks for the great content. No prob.
Yeah. Yamafield, White Vader doesn't have the same ring to it. Oh, White Vader.
Wargame Ramble. Hopefully, Obi-Wan's show will explain how the character goes from acrobatic Jedi Master to barely able to swing a lightsaber. Ewan McGregor currently is only 10 years younger than Alec Guinness was in Star Wars. Yeah, Alec Guinness was an old man. But you know what? That desert sun, that'll really take it out of you. It's bad for the skin. He's probably not doing his regular Jedi training. He's kind of letting himself go, Twinkies, getting up late.
That's bad.
Kalzarok, I love how surreal it is that Vader doesn't put, or the Emperor didn't put Vader in a bacta tank, which can heal most flesh wounds except for missing arms and legs first thing. I think he was in a bacta tank transported back from Mustafar. Although I guess in the movie he still looks pretty darn crispy, but maybe it takes time because they probably got him back real quick. In the Pablo Hidalgo cross-section books, you see in the cross-section Vader in like a little bactapod. Alpine. So Yoda kills like 100 billion people. Well, the Death Star was a small moon. Because it's okay if small moons hit planets. Christopher Brutger, totally random, but I just wanted to share that I just got Dark Angel's green contrast paint to apply properly, and without streaking on me, I have struggled with that paint so much. Interesting. How did you do it? Because I've done a little experimenting, and I always find contrast on big stuff like Space Marines is always patchy. Wargame Ramble. Also question, why does Obi-Wan call Darth Vader Darth during their duel? Probably to tease him. I mean, he's probably, he probably reads about Darth Vader in the paper. And so it's like, this guy. And then he's like, he's teasing him. Sean, wow, just imagine if Vader was any other color. Mind blown. Aquamarine Vader.
Ooh. There's a universe where that exists.
Yeah. Where that's the official color of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sean, Red Vader might be cool. Red Vader would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Agreed.
Charles Grandstaff, it bugged me that they make Yoda species all Force users as lore, not just what we see. That's why they hide. I'm fine with it. I mean, because Yoda species is very mysterious. So they may all be Force users, but there might only be like 20. And they're very inbred. There's only exactly how many there needs to be to not be inbred. Annie Crimson Twinkies, more like Tatooinkies. Yeah!
Nice! Damn.
Gareth Mays, pressed too hard on my dropper ball yesterday and ended up with the paint all over me. Yep, done that a few times.
Mm-hmm. A couple times even on stream.
Okay, Ramble. I mean, Alec Guinness wasn't that old. He was 62. Think about the fact that Harrison Ford is still playing Han at nearly 80. Is Harrison Ford 80? He's still crashing planes at 80 years old?
He hasn't crashed a plane in a while.
I know.
Let's see. Yeah, it's 79.
Damn.
He is the 7th highest grossing actor in North America. Yeah, very interesting.
Plays with
Go
cars.
old.
Yoda's species is the panda bears of the Star Wars universe. Chevox, there was a YouTube video where Vader meets a female Imperial officer who is in a similar armor as he has, but it is pink and they fall for each other. Sounds like a fun. It sounds like a fun read.
Yep.
I forget. I think there's another comic where there's like an Imperial officer who is like kind of like she gets like lost in her own fantasies and she's very power hungry, and so she has like daydreams of like her and Vader like having a relationship and her being like the second in command of the galaxy, and then like one day she like runs into Vader and she's like, hey, and it like all comes out and she's like, Vader, you and me, and then he just kills her without a word.
You know what? Sounds about right.
I think she ends up with his cape because his cape gets like messed up in a lot of fights, and so there's like he's returning to the shuttle for some basic repairs, and then like she gets his cape, and that's how like the infatuation starts. It's kind of a fun little read.
How I'm turned on.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Charles Grandstaff, the answer to the question why he calls him Darth is the name of his true self now that he is a Sith. I think it was just to make fun of him.
Jeez, we haven't had a Star Wars talk in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Alex
Comes and goes.
Yeah. Alex Noah Vogel. Holy shit, I just watched the Scene 38, the Obi-Wan reimagined fight you brought up. It was hella cool. Why can't we get more short-form official Star Wars content from Disney at this quality of fighting? I feel like we have. I mean, Mandalorian and Boba Fett. I mean, it's higher quality. But it is very cool. Gamma Fields. And the Force, it's just metachlorians in your bloodstream. Look, if you're going to take this seriously, I'm out. Sean, will Grogu talk like Yoda? This curiosity keeps me up at nights. I don't know.
It's a good question.
We're going to ramble. Hot take, I think he calls him Darth because Lucas hadn't made it a title yet. I guess maybe it could have also just been his name.
Darth.
Because in the first movie, his name probably was Darth Vader. They didn't know that he was secretly Anakin Skywalker.
Ooh.
Gamfields, my question is, why did Obi-Wan just sack himself like that? He could have given them time to escape. He does give them time to escape. He also closes the door. He closes the door through the Force. Because remember, Darth Vader starts to ominously walk towards the heroes, and then the door just closes right on him. And then he kind of looks up, and I always think that he's kind of looking up at the the idea of the spirit of Obi-Wan is more powerful than he could possibly imagine. Because that's what Obi-Wan says he's going to do. Stern Merrick. Obi-Wan calling him Darth is like somebody calling you by your gamer tag. Like, nice shooting, Gamer Boy Poggers 69. Teach the Ho Painter. I still think that the series Ahsoka is way cuter as the Mandalorian version. Way cuter as the Mandalorian version. I don't know exactly what you mean. Alex Noah Vogel. I thought that the choreography in Scene 38 was better than some of the fight scenes in recent Star Wars content. The quality level is definitely better in Mando and Boba, but sometimes the fights were meh. I agree. I mean, it's tricky because everybody fights a little different. Like, in the prequels, everybody fights like no one has ever fought before because lightsabers are fiction. And so they kind of invented, like, the fight choreographers in that movie kind of invented a new form of fighting where you're slapping broomsticks at each other. And it looks really cool. But then we've never kind of returned to that period of Star Wars where people still fight like that.
And speaking of fighting,
Yeah!
it's exactly 10 o'clock. Well, we already had 2 videos up this week. We got 2 more, one tomorrow, one on Saturday. Going through some more Conflict Gavel Plus stuff on the Patreon. We also have our Patreon-only live stream tomorrow after our normal live stream. We do it every week where the Patreon members can actually call in and chat with us while we're streaming. It's always a lot of fun. Exactly. Yep. You're just saying what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. So join us.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.